So today was kind of big for the new consoles, the new consoles, like the ones that haven't been announced yet, the PlayStation 6 and the Xbox, I don't know, 720. So yeah, there's two bits of information. Now this is all unofficial. None of this is coming from Sony or Microsoft themselves, but rather these are leaks. So this is the first bit of information right here. It's concerning the release date. So both the PlayStation 6 and the new Xbox are both aiming for a 2027 release. And that comes from two separate sources. We see that the source that shows the PlayStation release date, that's actually from somebody called Kepler L2, who is apparently a person with a reliable track record, and they posted this on the NeoGAF forum. Now, the claim of the Xbox 2027 release, that came from a totally different source, and the thing is, there was actually a whole bunch of other details that was revealed from that source, and again, this is all alleged. None of this is official, but this is the big stuff right here. And again, this all was just today that this came out. So it says the next Xbox should be stronger than the PlayStation 6, but more expensive. So when we look into this, this is coming from a YouTube channel called Moore's Law is Dead. I've never heard of them. I don't know what Moore's Law is, and I don't know why it's dead, but this is specifically coming from this video right here. It just came out actually 4 days ago, but with this plus the PlayStation claim, it all kind of got into the spotlight just today. So we get into that Video Games Chronicle article, and we see that the video itself, it's talking a lot about what will be the apparent main processor of the next Xbox console. Now, looking into the actual video, I mean, pretty much just from the start, the Moore's Law is Dead guy, he basically says that the new Xbox console is going to have the largest APU ever in console history. And if you don't know, an APU is basically what consoles use as like a hybrid between a CPU and a GPU. So he said it should be stronger than the PS6, but at the same time, it will also be more expensive because of this larger size and its use of bridge dies, and likely a larger RAM capacity compared to the PS6, at least if it wants to work well as a PC console hybrid. So yeah, kind of dumbing it down for myself to understand, this basically means that the new Xbox, when compared to the PS6, it's going to be stronger, but it's going to cost more. So on one hand, it's a W, on another hand, it's an L. First thing that came to my mind is, oh my gosh, these Xbox consoles are going to cost even more. A lot of people have been saying that Xbox is dead as a console, not as a platform, and something like this, it could have people saying that that only solidifies this claim, but at the same time, I could also say maybe not really. It could just basically live on as a PC console hybrid. It's pretty obvious that this is the way that Microsoft is wanting the consoles to go when talking about the future. A lot of sources have said that it is going to be this sort of hybrid. It makes sense considering that Microsoft is the owner of Windows and Xbox is not even as big as Windows, not even close. But still, with a high price, obviously people are still going to say that it's just simply not worth owning an Xbox. And I think there's definitely an argument to be made there. I think the whole thing with consoles is that when compared to max setting PCs, they had the advantage for two reasons. One, they were simpler and it was just an easy startup, you didn't have to build it, and two, they were less expensive. This is kind of gonna bridge that gap. It may be a little bit less expensive than a max setting PC, and there's gonna be no setup like you will have for a build your own PC type of thing, but it's probably gonna be more expensive than if you got a PC with the same or the equivalent specs as whatever this processor will have. But yeah, it's all kind of up in the air, and again, this is all unofficial information, but if these leaks are true, it's very interesting. 2027, believe it or not, is very much coming up, and we'll see if this is actually true, and if it is true, we'll see how the market actually reacts to all of this, when there would actually be a pretty clear price difference between the two main consoles, but the much more expensive one would be much more powerful.